The chill of December 16, 2012, still sends shivers down the spine of a nation, bringing tears to the eyes of all who remember. It was on that fateful night in Delhi, the capital of India, that a 23-year-old innocent girl became the victim of unspeakable horrors at the hands of 6 brutes on a moving bus. This is the Nirbhaya case, a name etched into the collective memory of a country. You may have heard countless details about it, but we're here to unravel some of the lesser-known intricacies, including the current whereabouts and condition of the one perpetrator who was spared, and the controversial story behind the 10,000 Indian rupees and sewing machine given to the sole surviving minor culprit. If you find yourself drawn to real-life events, compelling true crime stories, and the enigma of unsolved mysteries, then consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Your single subscription fuels our dedication to bringing you more such content. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos, packed with facts, mysteries, and untold stories. Your support means the world to us. Now let's begin. Our story centers on Jyoti Singh, born on May 10, 1990, in Delhi. As the eldest of 3 siblings and the only daughter, Jyoti's parents raised her without discrimination, ensuring she received a quality education and equal opportunities. From her earliest days, Jyoti was a bright and diligent student, consistently exceeding her family's expectations. Driven by a desire for further education, she pursued a career in medicine, earning her physiotherapy degree with excellent marks. At the time of this horrific incident, Jyoti was undertaking her physiotherapy internship. It was December 16, 2012, a holiday. Jyoti had planned a movie outing with her friend, Avnindra Pratap Pandey, a software engineer from Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. The much-anticipated Amir Khan film, Taliash, was playing in cinemas.
Instead of a proper answer, another bus staff member began to verbally abuse Jyoti's friend, demanding to know who they were and why they were out so late. When Jyoti and her friend first entered the bus, they had assumed the 3 other individuals were passengers. It soon became chillingly clear that these 3 were not passengers at all, but accomplices of the bus staff. Now, all 6 individuals began to harass and provoke Jyoti's friend. When he attempted to resist, they all set upon him, a violent scuffle ensuing. They first subjected him to kicks and punches. Then, one of them retrieved a large iron rod, typically used inside the bus, and struck him on the head, rendering him unconscious. It was at this horrifying moment that the spine-chilling series of atrocities against Jyoti began. After brutally assaulting Jyoti's friend and seeing him unconscious, they dragged Jyoti to the back seat of the bus. What transpired next cannot be adequately described in words. The bus continued to move, and the unspeakable acts against Jyoti persisted for approximately 2 to 2.5 hours. During this harrowing period, police vehicles passed the bus multiple times, and the bus itself drove past several police stations. Yet, inexplicably, no one stopped the bus, and the perpetrators continued their heinous crime, one by one. With Jyoti's friend unconscious from the blow to his head, he was unable to help her. Fighting against 6 men alone was an impossible feat for Jyoti. Yet, she mustered every ounce of her courage, fiercely resisting her tormentors. Later revelations indicated that she attacked 3 of the 6 culprits multiple times, even attempting to bite them in her desperate struggle for survival. Unfortunately, her valiant efforts were in vain. Once the culprits were satisfied with their brutality, they collectively devised a plan to throw Jyoti from the bus and crush her, making it appear as an accident. But before that, they decided that Jyoti's friend must also die. He was once again struck on the head with the iron rod. Then, both Jyoti and her friend were stripped of their clothes, and their belongings, including their mobile phones, were stolen. Finally, they were thrown from the moving bus. It was almost 11 p.m. The culprits on the bus had tried their utmost to end Jyoti's friend's life, but he clung on. Regaining some consciousness after being thrown from the bus, he began to cry out for help. Many people ignored his pleas and simply walked away. However, an unknown individual, witnessing their horrific state, called the police. Soon after, a police team arrived and immediately rushed both Jyoti and her friend to Safdarjung Hospital. The sheer brutality inflicted upon Jodi was staggering. Her intestines were protruding, she was bleeding profusely, her entire body was shattered, and an iron rod had been inserted into her body. Given her critical condition, immediate treatment began, and she was put on ventilator support within hours. Within a few short hours, news of the unspeakable brutality inflicted upon Jodi spread like wildfire across the country and around the world through the media. As people heard the horrifying details, anger surged. People poured into the streets, protesting against the administration and the government, demanding the immediate arrest of the criminals. In no time, this protest swelled into a powerful movement, with demonstrations in support of Nurbhaya erupting nationwide. People also offered prayers for Jodi across the country, but her condition in the hospital worsened with each passing day. Between December 16th and December 19th, 2012, Jodi underwent 5 surgeries, one after another. Despite all efforts, her condition continued to deteriorate. Consequently, on December 21st, the government of India formed a committee of the nation's top doctors, ensuring Jodi received the best medical treatment at government expense. Yet, her condition did not improve. Instead, her body temperature soared to 102 to 103 degrees Fahrenheit, and a severe infection had spread throughout her body. As crowds roared on the streets for Jodi, doctors fought tirelessly to save her life, but the situation only grew graver. Following this, a cabinet meeting was convened on December 26th, led by then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, where it was decided that Jodi would be transported to the world's best organ transplant hospital. Preparations began to airlift Jodi to Mount Elizabeth Hospital in Singapore. Finally, on December 27th, Jodi arrived at Mount Elizabeth Hospital, and her treatment commenced. However, upon arrival, her condition deteriorated further, and on December 29th at 4:45 a.m. local time, Jodi tragically passed away. After Jodi's death, her body was brought back to Delhi, and her last rites were performed under strict security. Jodi's friend was discharged from the hospital after a few days of treatment. While Jodi was fighting for her life on the ground, Delhi police were relentless in their pursuit of the criminals. Within 24 hours of the incident being reported, Delhi police apprehended several suspects. Through CCTV footage, Delhi police successfully identified the bus. Based on this, they first arrested the bus driver, Ram Singh. Following Ram Singh's statement, a total of 6 criminals were arrested one by one. Among them were 30-year-old Ram Singh and 26-year-old Mukesh Singh from Rajasthan. Police also arrested 20-year-old Vinay Sharma, an assistant gym instructor, and 19-year-old Pawan Gupta, a fruit seller. Both Vinay and Pawan were apprehended from Bihar and Up, respectively. The 6th culprit was arrested from Badon, Uttar Pradesh. Initially, his name was not revealed to the public because, at the time of his arrest, he was 17 years and a few months old, legally a minor, and his identity was kept secret. However, it was later revealed that this minor's name was Muhammad Afroz. Afroz was arrested from Anand Vihar terminal. Additionally, police arrested Akshay Thakur, a 28-year-old from Aurangabad, Bihar. These individuals, from diverse backgrounds, had only recently become friends. On the night of the incident, they had left their homes in a celebratory mood, filling the bus with alcohol and food, setting out in search of a victim. Few people are aware that before targeting Jodi, these individuals had first picked up a 35-year-old corporator named Ramadhir Singh as a passenger. They then robbed him of his money and mobile phone before dropping him off. Ramadhir Singh reported this robbery to nearby patrolling police officers, but his words were tragically ignored. Perhaps if the police officers had taken Ramadhir Singh's complaint seriously at that moment, such a horrific incident could have been averted. After the arrest of all the criminals, an identification parade was conducted, and Jodi's friend positively identified all 6. A case was registered against them, and legal proceedings began. The case was ongoing when, on March 11, 2013, Ram Singh, one of the main accused in the Nurbhaya case, committed suicide in Tihar jail. Furthermore, on September 1, 2013, the minor accused in this case was sent to a reform home by the Juvenile Justice Board for a mere 3 years as punishment. The remaining 4 criminals were tried under various serious sections, including sexual assault and murder. Finally, on September 13th, the fast-track court sentenced all four to death. These criminals appealed against the death sentence in the Delhi High Court, which, on March 13, 2014, upheld the lower court's decision, confirming their death sentence. Following this, they approached the Supreme Court, which also upheld the death sentence on May 5, 2017. Despite this, these criminals exhausted every available legal option to escape their fate. However, after the Supreme Court, their petition was also rejected by the president. Finally, with all legal avenues exhausted, the four criminals were hanged in Tihar jail at 5:30 a.m. on March 20, 2020. The medical team declared all of them dead at 6 a.m. Nirbhaya's four criminals were sentenced to death, and one committed suicide. But what about the sixth? As mentioned earlier, one accused in this case was a minor at the time of the crime. Due to this, he was only sentenced to 3 years and sent to a reform home. According to media reports, this minor accused was Muhammad Afroz. After completing his 3-year sentence, Afroz was secretly moved from the reform home to a new location. Media reports suggest that Afroz was given 10,000 Indian rupees and a sewing machine to start a new life as a tailor. Currently, no one officially knows Afroz's whereabouts because, under the country's law, it is also the law's responsibility to protect the criminal. What can be said about this? One claim made is that the Delhi government voluntarily gave Afroz 10,000 Indian rupees and a sewing machine. However, it's crucial to understand the truth behind this. According to the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act 2014, whenever a minor criminal completes their sentence, it is the responsibility of the state government to arrange for their rehabilitation. This law was enacted by the central government itself. Even when this law was amended during the NDA government, this provision was not removed. This is why Nirbhaya's sixth and only surviving criminal reportedly received financial assistance and a sewing machine for rehabilitation. We are not engaging in politics here. Rather, we are providing you with accurate information. Public anger intensified after this news surfaced because, allegedly, this minor criminal had committed the most heinous acts against Jyoti, yet he was released. One more detail you likely know is that the world came to know this case by the name of Nirbhaya, and for many months no one knew her real name. The reason for this was that, according to Indian law, it is illegal to reveal the true identity of a victim of sexual assault. Because of this, the media then gave this girl names like Nirbhaya and Damini. However, the law also has a provision that if the victim's parents or family members wish, they can reveal her identity on their own. Citing this law, Jyoti's family members made a powerful statement to the media. Their daughter had done nothing that would make her hide her identity. Instead, they were proud of the bravery with which their daughter fought against the perpetrators. Then, Jyoti's father, speaking further to the media, revealed his daughter's real name. The real name of Nirbhaya in this story is Jyoti Singh. With the wish that Jyoti's soul may rest in peace, we conclude this story here. Friends, in your opinion, what steps should the government take to reduce the number of sexual assault cases in the country? Please share your thoughts in the comment box below. Also, like and share this video so that this information can reach more people. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, be sure to subscribe quickly and press the bell icon before you leave, so you receive immediate notifications about all our latest videos. Thank you.